you for tuning in tonight as we take a departure from our regularly scheduled content. Whether you're a longtime watcher or have just discovered us thanks to Teatime Adventures, welcome. We are Unfinished Business, a group of 5 femme-identifiers with arts degrees who decided to make a D&D show. We are so touched, blessed, honored, all the things, seriously, floored. To have been asked by Snowbright to play Teatime Adventures for you guys. Dreams come true. It's incredible. They have also very graciously provided us with a discount code so that you can buy and play Teatime Adventures too, and make the recipes and drink the tea that they recommend. It's great. It's an adorable thing. You're going to love it. Full disclosure, though, we do get a portion of the sales if you purchase Teatime Adventures through the discount code, which... if you want to be watching a better video production quality, buy Teatime Adventures so that we can get that kickback, and then it'll be beautiful for all of us. So, that being said, Teatime Adventures is basically what happens when good food, tea, and RPGs mix, and we can't wait to venture with you into the world of Verdant Isles. This is a cozy RPG. Now you may be wondering what that even means. Well, in the words of Snowbright, it means in Teatime Adventures, players are expected to build relationships and empathy with the NPCs that they meet. They are expected to explore and care for the village of Oakenbend. As designed, violence and murder are always the wrong answers to progressing the plot. And this is just from me to you. If violence happens, we're going to stop playing. That's going to be our hard line. This is a shared journey where we can all, as players, GM, and designers, take a moment to imagine a kinder and more sustainable world. So let's do it.
I do have an important question.
Yes.
Do food fights count as fighting?
Consensual food fights.
Food fights will not count as part of the hard line of violence. They might be frowned upon by some NPCs, but they're not going to be the
for no
hard
particular
line
reason.
of violence.
There are no, Bacon has 0 plot.
All right.
In mind.
Yeah, nobody's.
Just curious.
Everyone made their characters. They are all interns, except for our dear Erin. They're interns for the ACSA, the Arts and Cultural Society of Amberhaven. And then I have got a little speech that is like the letter that you received to get your internship. So if you guys want to introduce yourselves first real quick, and then we'll hop right into the adventure, starting with the speech, getting to Oakenbend, getting into life in the Verdant Isles. Yes. All right. Erin, since you are not a teen child, yes, I officially called now. Describe
Sure. My name is Marge Snootsit, and I am what am I called again? I knew this before. I'm a snootling, which is a type of crocodile person, and I just love children. I love being around them. I handle them all the time because I have so many brothers and sisters, so I'm very excited to cart these younglings around to a whole new town.
Yay! Leticia!
Hello. So I am playing Cyan. I am a Floridop, which is like a little moth. So she is like all blue, a little bit fuzzy, beautiful, big blue wings. And I got an internship as an illustrator, so she's a little artist. I cannot draw, so unfortunately you're not going to get any fun art from this, but it should be good.
Excellent. Dyer.
I am playing a deerkin, which is exactly what it sounds like, a deerkin. And her name is Mina Van Deerbilt. Van Deerbilt. And she is a celebrity animal trainer. Very popular teenager. Everyone wants to be like her. She's really good with animals, and she's very famous. Or so she thinks.
Or so she thinks. All right. And Megan.
I'm playing as Jellybean Hopscotch, the 14-year-old Hoptop. I am an investigative journalist who was rewarded the internship with the ACSA because I invented the skateboard. Thank you so much.
I love her so much. Man. Ooh, ow.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
One thing that we also really love about this game is how inclusive it is. To check out just how inclusive it is, make sure that you get yourself a copy and read through all the NPCs in the back. They have literally, I think, covered almost everything that you could want in order to feel that you're represented in this game, which is really, really cool. But please don't take my word for it. Please investigate for yourself. And on that note, let us jump.
Sorry.
What?
Speaking of inclusivity, we all forgot to say our character pronouns.
Oh, okay.
Literally on the character.
We did. Mine are she, her.
I'm also she, her.
I am also she, her.
Jellybean is she, they.
Yay! And I'm everyone all the time.
Yay.
Before coming on this adventure, you all received a letter from the president of the ACSA. Congratulations! The members of the Vulnerable Arts and Culture Society of Amberhaven, based in the port town of Everspring, invite you to join our internship program to foster cultural exchange across the communities of the Verdant Isles. You have been tasked with spending time in the village of Oakenbend to gain an appreciation for the people, customs, and traditions of this small community. Each member of your group shall seek to understand different aspects of the community's culture, including the construction and design of the village's buildings, the events and communal customs of the village, the community's connections to the land, and the trade customs and connections between this village and their neighbors. Your chaperone will be sending me weekly reports on your progress, in addition to your own reports of your time in Oakenbend. Sincerely, Priscilla, President of the ASCA. You have arrived in Oakenbend in November. Just in time for the Leaping of Hoptops Festival and the curious case of the Hoptop Harvest Pie.
Dun dun dun.
The fall's frost once again snuggles at the corners of the windows and slumbers beneath the eaves. The flowers have curled away. The sky has gone a trembling shade of azure. November has come. Though winter looms, the village of Oakenbend cannot yet settle in for those snowy nights. Homes must be warmed. Cloaks must be adorned. Pies must be shared. The leaping of the Hoptops has begun. This adventure begins on the morning of the leaping of the Hoptops, a harvest holiday celebrated by all within the village of Oakenbend. You will explore the town as the villagers busily prepare for the night's festivities. Here you will find them stewing stews, preparing pastime gifts, and baking all manner of rich, savory, and sweet foods. As evening sets in, the village will come alive with rhyme and song as merrymakers walk the streets in their velvet cloaks. No doubt you too will seek out one of the evening's many home-warming parties. With spirited drinks, rich foods, and a fair amount of Hoptop-inspired dancing, you can help your neighbors warm their homes before winter comes. This adventure is best enjoyed with a pot of harvest fire tea, or, in a pinch, a warming chai.
Okay. Fun fact. Please don't be mad, but I forgot to get my dice.
Classic.
While we're waiting, FYI, this PDF has wonderful things throughout it all the time. There are beautiful illustrations. There are recipes that you can make for your gaming sessions or not, just like for you. And yeah, it's just a lovely time. It's great.
Yeah, we had a dinner party where we made recipes from this book, and it was the best. So, here we go. You guys got into town last night, and you found rooms at the Milk House-Milk Bar. So the Milk House serves two key functions for Oakenbend. It is an after-hours hangout spot and a cozy bed and breakfast. So it's two little houses. One is a bar, one is a little bed and breakfast. Nope, it's not. The lower level, it's 2 floors, that's what it is. The Milk House, the lower level is the converted cottage and acts as Oakenbend's only after-hours restaurant and hangout. And then the upper level is where the rooms are. There's a little picture of it on the cute little map that they have, and it's 2 buildings, but I think the other building is the home of Trissa Stardust. Trissa Stardust, who owns the Milk House. And they are there right now. So how early do you guys think that you wake up in the Milk House?
I think Cyan is just like the earliest of early birds. It's just like up immediately looking for trouble. I think when Marge finally wakes up, she probably wakes up to see Cyan like perched at the foot of her bed with a notepad out, and she's sketching.
Good morning, Miss Cyan.
Good morning.
How long have you been there?
I don't know. It was still a little dark outside, so whenever that was, I lost track of time.
All right then. Well, what are you sketching?
You make very cool faces when you sleep.
Thank you so much. That is so very
You're
nice
welcome.
of you. What you drawing over there?
You.
Me? While I was sleeping and making those funny faces? Can I see it?
Oh yeah, you can have it. Here, let me just add that last line there, and then wait. She like tears out the page and hands it over to you, and it's like in the middle is like a good sketch of you sleeping, and very pretty. But in the all around it are little sketches of different faces you made, some like with stool hanging out of your mouth, kind of in the middle of a yawn. Yep.
This is very, very sweet. Thank you, Miss Cyan. I'm just going to put this on my bedside table. Just so you know, waking up to someone sketching you it's a little. I mean, it was a.
Yeah, my mom said she doesn't like it when I do that. She says I scare her half to death.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to say
Traveling.
that intensely, but yes, I was a little frightened. I know you mean well, Miss Cyan, but you may want to ask people before you. I don't know where my accent is going. You may want to ask people before you sketch them, maybe sometimes.
But if I tell them I'm going to sketch them, then they don't make any fun faces. They just sit there and smile at me, and it's the most boring.
That is a very good point. Have you had breakfast, by the way?
Nope.
Well, I think you should fix yourself some breakfast. Are your other compatriots up yet?
They weren't when I woke up, but they might be now. Can I have chocolate milk for breakfast?
You can have chocolate milk and something else that will stick to your ribs a little bit more.
Okay. She just runs out.
Maybe I shouldn't have said it like that. All right. So Marge is going to get up and knock on the door that Mina and Jellybean are in. Morning, sunshines. How we doing?
When you come in, Mina is doing whatever deer equivalent of like sun salutations is.
Wow, Miss Mina, we are already getting all settled and started for the day. That is very impressive.
Good morning, Marge. I'm almost done.
All right, Mixed Jellybean, how are you doing?
Jellybean is fully clothed, lying on a made bed in her like overall striped shirt, Converse. She's just holding her hat, and I would like to daydream, which is one of our skills.
You can daydream.
Okay. I rolled a 20. Well, I didn't roll a 20. I got 20. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still, best daydream ever.
Okay, so we've got this handy skill sheet. Daydreaming is described as thinking through alternatives or generally imagining something better. So, dear Jellybean, what do you daydream?
Jellybean is the youngest. She's 14. Cyan's 15. Mina's 16. So I think she's imagining like becoming best friends with the older girls and going back to school and like being very cool and popular with them, but not in a mean way, just like I found my people and like now we all get to be best friends and talk about art all the time and they like my skateboard.
Aww.
That's beautiful.
Mixed Jellybean? Mixed Jellybean.
Well,
I'm gonna look at Mina. Hello.
sorry, I was
You back with us?
Yes, I was just distracted. And she like pulls her hat down really low and like sits up on the bed.
I'm gonna take the edge of her cap and pull it up a little bit and be like, there ain't nothing wrong with being a little distracted, especially in the morning. I was just making to make sure you were okay, all right?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Should we go get some milk? And she grabs her skateboard and runs out the door.
Yes, I think we should.
I do think milk sounds lovely.
Mina, can you make a focusing check for me, Mina? So focusing is finding a way to avoid being distracted. So I'm going to have you do this check because Jellybean sort of got up quickly and might have gotten in the way of your
14.
yoga a little bit.
Yes.
14? All right. Yeah, you're able to manage still doing your yoga. Maybe you wobble just a little bit, but you catch yourself. You're fine.
I think breakfast sounds lovely, Marge.
And then you can finish up.
Yes, I think we are all going to go get breakfast together, Miss Mina. So I will not be bringing you the breakfast. Just so you know, we will all go and get the breakfast.
Of course, that's exactly what I was imagining.
Great.
Are we going
Awesome.
now? Do we know what the dress code is?
I think the dress code is exactly what you're wearing right now. Just anything you're comfortable in.
Isn't that convenient as I'm already wearing it?
I believe it is. Great, we should go downstairs and catch up with the others, don't you think?
I almost said yeehaw!
Don't make fun of Madge's accent.
I'm trying really hard, you guys. This is very hard.
All right, so you guys head downstairs. You remember that yesterday Trissa told you that you were free to go to the Milk Bar's stores to do a build-your-own breakfast. Trissa is downstairs. If you wanted to try and cook something, you could maybe try and persuade them to let you. Trissa is a Floridop who's... Oh, we didn't go over the magic system. There's a little magic system. It's cute. It's tiny. There's like 5 different magics you can be. Trissa's magic is flourish, which is basically like earthbending.
Yeah.
No, it's not earthbending. It's like plants and stuff, making plants grow. Trissa is gender fluid and queer, and they're the owner and proprietor of the Milk house.
Did we meet, sorry, is it Trissa or Trisha?
Trissa. Trissa. Stardust.
Cool.
Mhm.
Sorry, the sound kept kind of buzzing, and I was like, am I hearing a s or a sh?
Trissa.
Trissa. And did we meet them when we checked in?
Yes. In the
Okay.
evening. And you got
Like,
your
the whole staff and
complimentary dinner from them. They
Properly.
told you
Okay, so we're not
again.
introducing.
No.
Cool. Good morning, Trissa. How are you today?
Oh, I am lovely, Miss Mina. How are you this morning?
I'm doing very well. I was wondering, is it possible if we could potentially have a meal prepared for us?
Trissa's got
Mina.
a twig that they chew on like a fancy cigarette. Just FYI, that's what happened.
I love that.
Go ahead, Cyan.
Mina. They have milk that tastes like when you put cereal in milk and then you eat the cereal and then it's just the milk left. It's
Do you think they made it by putting cereal in milk and then taking the cereal out? Or do you think there's some other sort of way they've made it?
I don't know. What do you think they do with the cereal if they
Trissa?
take it out?
Do you make the milk that tastes like cereal has been in it with the cereal? Or is there some sort of other way that you make it?
Is this the kind of stuff they talk about in 8th grade? Whoa.
It's the type of stuff I think we should talk about in 8th grade.
Learning how things are made is a very important part of education.
I feel like
Yeah.
all of Mina's comments should be like inspirational posters. places.
They necessarily have to mean anything. I think she just says things.
So it's such
Like she just makes statements.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Hard work is the key to success.
Exactly. Yeah.
the dress code is what I'm already wearing.
Yeah, I need that one. Well, I suppose that is my secret. You will have to become my friend in order for me to tell you.
Are we on the right track, do you think?
I think you are on the right track. I could do with a couple more interesting tales. I kid
Well,
you not.
Jellybean here is an investigative reporter. I'm sure she has many wonderful tales. Right, Jellybean? Other than the one that's attached to your body, of course.
I'm a frog, so
Oh, wait.
I don't have a tail.
Oh, God. Fuck.
But
Oh my gosh, but you're a young frog, right? Hold on, you're a young frog, so what
No,
if
don't
you
do
still
that to
have
me.
like
Like
a
it's
little bit of a tadpole
I-
tail? Alright.
I'm sorry.
My bad.
I'm very
No,
afraid
you
of
got
that. I'm challenging myself today.
One of the things Oh no. One of the things that this game encourages is lines, veils, X's. If there's something that players are like, this is off the table for me,
Tadpoles
Off the
off the
table.
table.
Jellybean's a frog. Tadpoles are off the table by this game!
I think, Mina,
All
you
right.
ask.
An
Yes.
investigative.
Oh, well, yes, but right now I'm more interested in the curious case of how the milk tastes like cereal. You said it was a secret, but I intend to find out. You like see her?
We'll figure out what
Yeah,
you're
she has a little
hiding.
pocket notebook, and it's like the Blue's Clues notebook, and you see like milk equals cereal, and there's an X through the equal sign, and then just like a bunch of question marks.
Well, Mix Jellybean, I think Mix Trissa, nope. I don't know names today. It's bad. I think our lovely host was
No, just don't say the name at all.
it's given up. I think our lovely host was proposing maybe a little bit of a trade. Maybe if y'all would each give a very entertaining story, or maybe a little bit of your knowledge
I'm
or
ready.
your skill.
So, it was nighttime, and I was late for dinner, okay? And I had to get back home. If I was late again, Mom would have gotten real mad at me. So all I had in front of me was a plank of wood and 4 pretty large marbles. But I found out a way to merge all the pieces together into what I have decided to call a skateboard. And if you can put it on the ground and kick really, really fast, you go speeding down the street, and then you make it home a little late for dinner, but not so late that your mama gets mad.
Is that the thing you carry around?
Yes, and she holds up like it has since been quite refined, but it is very clearly like kind of it's like the Back to the Future skateboard when he breaks off the like scooter part. So it's just like plywood, some pretty shaky wheels, and like definitely a cool my magic is the Twilight one, so I think like a sun and moon poorly painted on the skateboard. Skateboard.
Can I try it?
Yes. Really? What? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wanna ride it. That sounds awesome.
And I think
Mixed Jellybean, do you have any safety equipment that you use
No,
for your
none.
skateboard?
Elbow.
Okay, great.
Maybe this is a thing that is better than outside.
Yeah, outside. Yeah, there's not enough room in here. I can't get
Okay,
a good
let's
like
go.
long
Let's
running
go
start.
outside. Let's all go outside and see the skateboard.
Before we go out, I'm going to turn to Trish and say, ingenuity is the key to success.
I think Jellybean is just
annoying
at the prospect of somebody interested in her skateboard.
I like shoot down the rest of my chocolate milk and slam the glass on the bar and then like just run outside.
This is the best day of my life! And she runs out after you.
Make sure you write it down, Jellybean. Is this the first time someone else is using your skateboard?
Well, yeah. Nobody else really...
Saying it in that accent is very silly.
Nobody else really
Skateboard.
cares about my skateboard. They just,
Well, I think we all care about your skateboard. Make sure to chronicle how it goes with someone else behind the wheels, on top of the wheels.
Riding the wheels.
Riding the wheels. Oh, perfect. You're riding the wheels, and she's writing about you riding the wheels. Teamwork makes everything go well together.
Marge leans into Trissa and is like, "You don't happen to have any coffee, do you?"
I am fresh out, unfortunately. The Bright Blue Bakery, run by Holly Tumbledown, they will have coffee there for you. Probably something a little bit stronger you might need. An extra espresso shot or two.
Maybe just to keep up with the level of energy. I mean, I love it all. They're so brilliant and wonderful, but I am already just a tad overwhelmed. Just a little bit.
Yes, no, yeah.
Are you... Sorry, I have a question. Are you still inside for this, or have you...
I think we're doing a walk and talk.
I think
In
we're
my
doing
brain, we're doing a walk
like behind the group.
And
Yeah.
Triss and Marge are behind everybody else. Triss is flying a little bit so that they can be of the same height with you, Marge, in their beautiful cloak of stardust.
I think as you say that you want to be able to keep up with the young ones, you just hear a crash from outside.
Oh dear. Marge is gonna waddle a little faster outside.
Oh,
Yeah,
Marge-
a little faster. And Triss is gonna say, "Oh no, you started without us."
who
So
who
what
fell?
has happened? Someone paint a scene for me of what has gone
Jellybean
down.
fell. Jellybean was
Jellybean
doing
has
a
gone
test.
down.
Or should I roll for it? Is there something I need to roll?
I think you should roll for it. I think you should roll minding details.
Or wallflowering?
Well, are you trying to skateboard successfully?
Yeah, I am. And you know what? Because
we're gonna-
I got a 3, so...
Okay, so we're gonna do minding details since it's managing minutia and otherwise dotting I's and crossing T's, and that feels like I'm trying to get this right in front of other people thing, you know? Because wallflowering is blending in
Oh,
or
not today,
disappearing.
Jellybean.
And that's not what you. No, not today, Jellybean. Okay. So, you rolled a 3. Okay, so describe for me this crash. The area outside the milk bar is fairly open. There's some beautiful landscaping around the front, like some very lovely bushes and flowers, things like that you would see out front of a cottage. And on the porch, there are some chairs and stuff. But in front of that is like a little dirt road that leads up to a cobblestone path. A big sign that says.
I think Jellybean was probably starting when you walk out to the left. There might have been a bit of a slant, so she was like, "Great, I'm gonna skateboard down this dirt path slant," and she really started picking up momentum when somebody exited their cottage with a baked good, perhaps a pie for the day that's ahead of us, or something else. And so Jellybean like swerved really quickly to avoid crashing them, but like hit a rock and then went flying and landed in one of the bushes, and the skateboard went the opposite direction. And like, could it go through a window, or is that too extreme? I don't know.
Right next to you, there is Arcane Confections. And Arcane Confections is a large cottage on the southern end of town square that has seen many uses over the years. It is a unique boutique that specializes in magically infused concoctions and curios. And there was a description of it somewhere, but now I'm not seeing it. But it is a grand building, incredibly colorful. And coming out of the building is a hopling, which is a mix between a hop top and a snootling, who is carrying just this large tray of multicolored pastries, a couple of wrapped trinkets, and as they're walking out, you just skateboard straight into them. The tray goes flying through the window. And you just hear as you both tumble into the ground.
Run over.
I also run over.
I didn't mean it. I'm so sorry. And she starts trying to like scoop filling back into pies and like.
Jellybean, are you hurt?
I'm fine. I'm so sorry.
Are you sure you don't have anything that needs medical attention?
I'm just like picking stuff up.
I'm like holding her.
As you're picking up these broken pastries and stuff, you notice that they're filled with like things that sparkle. One opens up and just smoke comes out of it.
I drop everything.
The other ones are just.
Cyan, please be very careful.
A few of them, as they bounce, just kind of explode a little bit, just into sprinkles. The packages don't do anything; they roll around. You can pick those packages up. Some of the filling has squirted back into the face of this hopling, and they just stand up, wiping jam off of them. They're like, "Oh my!
We're terribly sorry."
That? Hello.
But also, what are these pastries and why are they exploding?
Oh, these are my arcane confections. I am Mary Brooke, the hopling of the... Oh, dear, are you all right?
Please don't send me home. I'm so sorry.
I like run over and put my arms around her. I was like, we won't let them send you home. If they send you home, I'll go home.
It was just an accident. After all, you've only just invented the skateboard. Surely we'll find out more and more about it the more you use it. I'm terribly sorry, ma'am.
We're really sorry. We'll pay for everything. I have some money.
I have quite a bit of money. Cyan, put your money away. I'll take care of everything.
Marge.
Poor Marge is at the top of the hill.
Hold
on!
And I think at this point she probably catches up and she's like, She sees you all like hugging each other and like bits of things out. Like I'm assuming that there's like a little bit of like maybe someone got hurt that is just like filling plastered over your face. And she just she like kneels down by you, Jellybean, and she like grabs a little handkerchief and she starts cleaning it off your face. And she's like, "Oh, sweet baby angel, what happened to you? Did you fall down?"
No, I'm okay, Mom. I mean, Marge, I'm sorry. I'm okay. There was a tray, and I guess I did fall. But
It's
I
all
wouldn't
right.
have fallen.
What
Are you hurt at all? Do you have any? She starts like grabbing your arm and looking for scratches and like turning you around and like a little too excitedly, like a little bit like you're very small compared to her, and it's just a lot of like and like all this other-
a crocodile like flipping a frog in the air.
exactly.
Do I need to like roll for damage or anything? Do I need to roll for damage?
The hopping
Am I
D&D.
Morale.
okay?
You're fine. You're okay. You're emotionally scarred, and that's enough. You know what? Maybe take off one more because you did burst into tears, and the morale is for
Yeah, this was a
not
very
only physical
emotional
damage but also
thing.
emotional damage, since this is not a violence game.
Miss Marge.
That sounds somehow worse. Okay, as you're being scooped around, the hopling goes, "Stop! I saw the whole thing, and I have a confection that will help us identify whether or not they're hurt." She takes out this little yellow treat, unwraps the plastic packaging, and hands it to you.
Jellybean looks at
"Eat
Marge.
this."
This is like an
And all will
ideal
be
world where there's no such thing as stranger danger, right?
Yeah, I'm doing that own math in my head because I, Aaron, would be like, "Give me that," but I think Marge would be like, "Oh,
Kristen has come up behind you and goes, "Oh, Mary Brooke, don't surprise them with one of your treats. Tell them what it actually does."
No, surprise it. Eat it.
Also, Jellybean, do you have any allergies? You should make sure before you eat anything that you don't know the ingredients of.
That is a very good point. I hadn't considered your allergies.
No, this is a perfect world where
Yay!
food allergies don't exist, and I can do whatever I want.
Marge is gonna put her giant hands over your
Okay.
hands, Jellybean, like before you put the thing in your mouth, and be like, I'm sorry, I don't think we've been acquainted yet. My name is Marge. Who are you?"
I am Marybrook the Magnificent. And then you notice behind them, in lime green letters, it says Arcane Confections, and then just like only a tad bit smaller, by the Magnificent Marybrook on the cottage. And they just pause there,
Oh,
sort of like waiting for recognition.
Marge checks to see if Cyan is sketching, and she is, and she's like, "Great, cool." And is like, "Oh, well, pleasure to meet you. Were you at all hurt in this accident?"
I am not hurt. I am only curious. Curious because one of your compatriots mentioned that you are an inventor, not you. And she's like, "Sorry." And it goes back to being the Hoptop. The deerkin. And she's right down like either side of your face with her hands. The deerkin said that you invented something called a skateboard.
That's right.
Was that what flew through the window?
That's right.
We must retrieve it.
Should I eat
She
it?
goes back into the house. What?
Should I eat it?
Oh, she's gone. She's gone.
I turn to Trissa, and I'm like, "Oh, what exactly is that thing that?"
Well, that looks like a candy. It can do many different things, but the yellow ones usually just make you feel very warm. So
Oh,
pretty
well,
nice.
that sounds lovely. Why don't you go ahead and eat that?
Uncomfortably warm or pleasantly warm?
Pleasantly.
Because there's a huge difference between the two of
As
them.
Yeah, as you chew the candy, you become pleasantly warm, and as you say pleasantly, out of your mouth shines bright light.
Oh, well, look at that! My goodness!
We should go find a dark area to explore.
Well, we-
Jellybean would be the
well,
perfect flashlight.
As you eat the candy and it dissolves in your mouth, the brightness does go away. So it's like only when the candy's out. And it's a little bit taffy-like, so it takes a little while for it to...
But if we need to explore a dark place, we can buy a
all
bunch of them.
If we all had them, we could go around a dark place
And
all
just keep
together
eating candy,
and keep
and then you get the sugar and candy, and you also have light. This is a genius. I love this woman.
We could be so well. This would be an
I'm
excellent addition to a.
Mary Brooke... Trissa
have the-
follows Mary Brooke into her house a little bit and just goes, Mary Brooke, if you could bring out some of those energy beans when you come back, that would be excellent.
Energy beans.
Thank you.
Energy beans? What are those?
Yes, no, I'm getting them for you.
Oh.
You will appreciate
you.
them. They're good.
Miss Marge, it is of my personal opinion that none of your charges today, including myself, need any more energy.
I take some. Do they taste good? Do they taste like chocolate milk?
I think Cyan, they taste terrible. Most of the time, when it's all just these sort
You've
of
never
things, they're
had these
disgusting.
before, though.
Trust me, I've tried them
You're
many
do-
times. I've had lots
You're doing
of types
that
of
thing that my
beans.
mom does when she doesn't want me to try something. She's like, no, it's really gross.
Mina,
No, but it truly is really
Mina,
disgusting. You can
can
trust
you-
me. I would never lie.
roll a sharp
I would never lie to you, Bluffcheck.
Dang.
19 plus 4, 23.
She would not lie to you. She knows about beans, man. Mary Brooke comes like a combo of hop leaping back out of their store with the skateboard under one arm and a little bag. Would you hold the bag in the other? Comes over to you and goes, "From Trissa to you, Miss. What was your name again?
Marge, I think?
Snoop?
Are you talking to me? It's unclear. Great.
Marge. I'm talking. Yes. Sorry, you are the one for the bean bag. Yes, I assume it's none of them.
Yes.
They seem fine.
This is very helpful. Sorry. That's hang on. I suddenly was like, sweetheart, honey, thank you so much. This is very helpful.
You're very welcome. I, the magnificent Mary Brooke, can do whatever I can to help the community.
Oh, that is very nice of you. Just gonna take a handful and just like enter a giant crocodile snout.
Great.
Oh, Cyan's got a
You
flask.
smell them, Cyan. They smell disgusting.
Oh, amazing.
Do you want to do opposed wallflowering and noticing
Yeah, we
checks
do.
on that flask?
I rolled a natural 20, and I have a plus 3
That's
to my
just
noticing.
Rude.
Natural.
I got a 5.
Oh.
So Mary Brooke, the babe, you are not subtle about this. Mary Brooke, the halfling is their gender. Their astra is storm. Their gender is questioning, and their orientation is polyamorous pansexual.
Sorry, did you say questioning or question mark?
Questioning.
I was like, that's
So
cool
does
that
it
it's
say
just a question
what
mark.
pronouns
but
they go by?
I'm-
Question. They
No,
are
I'm-
questioning.
Cool.
She, her.
Thank you so much, Miss Mary Brooke. This is very helpful.
Yes, you're very welcome. And she holds the skateboard over her head. Now that I'm not in the way.
I was
Isn't
gonna
it
write it.
magnificent?
What was
She invented it
I want
by
Cyan
herself.
to try it. It's really fun.
Maybe
Cyan?
we could go back to the top of the hill.
Yeah, that looks like you get the most speed that way.
We can see what happens if I push you on it, too, to give you an extra boost.
Miss Marybrook, is there anywhere in town that is like a little flatter? Like that maybe it might be a little safer, like a public park or
it's fine.
something?
I have wings. If I fall, I'll just hover.
If we cross the street, we'll... And she points.
Oh, that's
she
right.
points over and she's like, "The river is right there, and a crash into the water will be just as good as a crash into the flat area."
Also, Cyan can fly.
I'm just going to disagree real quick because we have a very busy day ahead of us. We've got a lot of meeting of the local townsfolk to do, and maybe we don't want to budget in time for a clothes change at some point. I think it would be good to find a flat area, maybe near somewhere we can get breakfast, because I think y'all could use a little bit of something in your stomachs before we go on this very busy day, okay?
But if we're on a tight schedule, maybe we should just do it here, and then continue with our day instead of going somewhere that's gonna add time and then have to do it
That's
later.
Miss Marge. Cyan can fly.
I'm gonna have you all roll event planning checks, and whoever gets the highest event planning roll gets to dictate the next activity that happens.
I got us.
All right.
17 for Jessica,
7.
3 for me, 7. You got a 7. All right. 7, 3, Cyan,
16.
Marge.
17.
And the adult wins.
You know, I appreciate your tenacity and your creativity, but we do have a schedule that we have to stick to today. So why don't we find a place that is relatively flat, that is near somewhere with breakfast, and then we can do all the things at once. All right?
That will be satisfactory.
Mary Brooke hands the skateboard back to you. And goes, "What was your name?"
My name?
Little Hoptop.
Can I roll to see if I say it right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
nervous.
Yeah. I would like you to. Should we make it focusing or minding details?
I feel like minding details is funnier.
Okay, let's do minding details.
Oh no, I got a 7 again.
A 7? Okay. So I'd like you to roll for random facts.
15.
And I want you to give me one thing that is a fact about the names of things or something that is the name of something else. Just like the first thing that pops into your head. This is what you say instead of your name.
Okay. Wait, I need a second. I have to say just a random name? A
Random fact about a
or
name.
a random
Okay.
like you could be like or a random fact about yourself, whatever it is. You screw up your name by maybe oversharing or undersharing or just being jelly, whatever you're gonna do.
It's actually a bigger question than you think, because I have a pen name for my investigative journalism. I have a different name that I have registered for my invention of the skateboard. I have a name I was born with. I have a name that all of my friends call me. And then I also have the name that my mom calls me, which is Sweetness and Love. But I don't think you should call me Sweetness and Love, actually. Maybe you should call me Jellybean Hopscotch. That's not my name!
Her name is Jellybean Hopscotch. Soon you'll be reading it in every newspaper in town.
Except for my pen name.
Unless she uses a pen name for that. And then you'll be reading the pen name, but you'll know that it was written by Jellybean Hopscotch because of the excellent quality of investigative work.
Jelly.
Excellent. It is a pleasure to meet you, Jellybean Hopscotch. And Mary Brooke extends their hand, shakes so vigorously. Well, it sounds like you all have quite a bit to do today, and I am realizing now that I do need to make new pastries. So I will not be able to join you today for the skateboard. But later tonight, if you decide to go to housewarming parties, bring your skateboard and find me, and I'm sure we can warm some houses with this.
Oh, actually, we do have plans to go to some housewarming parties, but we're not really sure where to go. Do you have any suggestions?
Back to Arcane Confections. I will gladly host you in my home to warm my house. You are all such warm people already.
Can we try out some of those pastries that explode?
Of course you can. Oh, also, I will be going to the mayor's house at some point, so if you don't manage to get back to Arcane Confections, I will see you there and I will bring some of the pastries.
Your house seems more exciting than the mayor's house.
Everyone will be at the mayor's house. There's a lot of dancing. You can show off your leaving.
Even if we miss you tonight, or we're perhaps too busy, you should probably be able to find a skateboard in the shops nearest you within the next few years. Once Jellybean licenses it, it's going to be the most popular new thing for everyone.
This is the best day of my life.
Maybe I'll even stock it in my shop.
Exactly! I think there's a wonderful partnership to be had here. After all, connections are what brings us together.
I'm sorry, I need to pause real quick. And we're back. Trissa gives you directions to the name left my head as soon as we started again. To
While we're here, we're going to build a skate park.
yes. Okay. The Bright Blue Bakery. Holly Tumbledown does the Bright Blue Bakery. She's got coffee. She's got other things. It's going to be great. They give you directions. They also instruct you that there is a flat area near the Bright Blue Bakery that you will be able to do the skating,
Jellybean,
skateboard.
do you think we can do an ollie?
What's
Sorry,
that?
I'm
Oh,
making sure I got
Ali,
it.
like our friend Aliana, who can jump really high.
What is an ollie?
Specifically, the way she jumps and then sort of does a cool flip.
With
Do you think you can do that on your skateboard?
Technically speaking, an ollie is just a hop on a skateboard. A kickflip has a flip, but
This is wonderful education for me. You see, the skateboard was just recently invented, as we know, because it was invented by you.
yeah, I did it.
Now I know multiple types of skateboard tricks.
As you walk over to Bright Blue Bakery, there are two ways that you can go. One will take you through Willow Park, and the other will take you through Town Square. Town Square is the closest. You know what? You'll go through Town Square because we're already at Arcane Confections. All right, so you're going to head through Town Square to get to the Bright Blue Bakery. And when you enter Town Square, you see some stuff. And I'm going to read you a beautiful little description because it's adorable.
Oh, that.
I have all the pages there. Hold on. There it is. Ready? Festoons! All across the village of Oakenbend, you see fresh twine peppered with multicolored cobs of corn and glossy baubles strung across roads and avenues between thatched roofs of the small homes that cluster together here. Each cottage home puffs out wispy white smoke through their chimneys as warm amber-colored lights radiate from within. The streets are busy with villagers hustling and bustling as they carry covered baskets and bags to and fro. Many of them are carrying groceries. A tall baguette here, a large gourd there. It's clear that they are all preparing for the holiday. Out onto the cobbled streets over tumbling orange leaves. The pleasant urgency of the villagers here and the aromas of the kitchen magics of the village at work fill your senses. As you step into the town square, you notice that two people are standing at a tall blue booth with heavy netting all around. Stepping up, you see a sign announcing that it is the annual Hoptop Harvest Pie competition. 4 competing pies have been set out. 3 of the pies look quite scrumptious. The first harvest pie has a great golden lattice dome and sprinkled sugar on top. The second is 18 inches tall with high sides covered in caramelized glaze and a wild, savory aroma.
Sorry.
And the third is
What are you
thin and
ruler?
delicate present.
Did you say it was 18 inches tall?
It's the size of an American Girl doll.
Oh, that's like
I also feel like this is a thing Jellybean would do. Would like walk up to the pies and be like, ruler, ruler.
I was doodling them right here. Oh, I probably shouldn't show that I've got sexy Malfoy written on the top of my page. I was doodling them and was like, little tiny one, big pie.
Yeah.
And I haven't gotten to the third one yet.
That's what Cyan has in her notebook.
But they look better than this.
The third is a thin and delicate crescent-shaped pie with a dark, rich center peeking out. But the fourth Hoptop Harvest Pie is a thing of wonder. The pie is easily 2 feet across and has elaborate decorations crafted and carved across its top.
That's more than 2 American Girl dolls.
I don't think that's more than 2 American Girl dolls.
That's less than 2 American Girl dolls.
One in the
Shy
third?
of 2 American Girl dolls.
It'd be 1 in the third, right? If it's 18 inches, it's a 24. Anyways.
No. Okay, the pie's 2 feet across, has elaborate decorations crafted and carved across its top. The decorations are a series of mismatched symbols. A crow's head with a muddied beak, a lonely-looking daffodil, twin piles of spices, half a sausage, and finally, a scorched moon. Strange indeed. There are a bunch of people milling about. What? Catching it down?
Sketching it down. I sketched all the pies, especially like the top
is
of
a
that one.
puffling and a snootling standing near the pies, and the snootling is just basically having the vapors over by the booth.
wait, having a what?
You notice that not everyone
Oh,
she's having the vapors. Like she's like,
I thought you said she was having a vape, and I was like, we got vape.
Dang.
Okay.
absolutely not. You notice that not everyone is happy to see the pie, the 2 feet long one. An older snootling in a wide-brimmed floral hat has tears welling up in their eyes. That accursed pie! You hear them grumble to their puffling partner, wearing angler's gear. I tell you now, I looked and saw that crow's head on it. Then I turned around and saw that very same crow with its head covered in my own pie. Now, the puffling begins. Couldn't have been the same crows, just a pie there, Madge. The snootling crosses their eyebrows and politely says once more, I tell you now, it was the same grape. That same muddied beak. That pie is cursed, and now I won't have an entry for the contest today. You feel a sense
I'm sorry.
of wash over you.
Did you say the crow from that pie destroyed your pie?
No, it's the exact likeness of the crow that destroyed my pie. My pie gets destroyed, and now this pie with this crow shows up in the booth. It's cursed, I tell you. It's a cursed pie.
Marge is gonna waddle up and be like, hi there, you look like you're having a not so great day. My name is Marge. What's your name? Oh, well, that's kind of funny, isn't it? We have very similar names. Listen, can I help you with something? Why don't we?
Do you want some chocolate milk?
I forgot I had noticed that.
You didn't say anything.
Can you give me a... Can you give me a relish check?
Marge is also going to give you a dirty look as you are doing this.
She just kind of like gives you like a smile.
While they're doing this really quick, Rachel, what is a puffling again?
A puffling is one of the bird
Bird.
people.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So he bird person is with her. And he just goes, it's just a coincidence, Marge. As he pats her on the back. Or pats them.
I got a 13.
13. Madge takes your flask and sniffs it at the end of her snout. I'd better not. I should keep my wits about me if there's a cursed pie.
Oh no, it's just chocolate milk.
Oh no, I believe you. The sugars.
Sugar.
Oh, well, maybe a glass of water then? Is there somewhere we can get a glass of water around here?
We should get you a glass of water. And the puffling tips his hat to you all and he goes, I'm Kyle Fione, nice to meet you. Maybe we should go and walk towards the bakery.
Kyle's
Bakery. Water. What?
Like Guy Fieri, but Pal? Is that what you said? Pal Fieri?
Cal, C-A-H-L, Fione. Cal Fione. Guy Fieri. You've done it again!
This time it might be the
I thought you said
connections.
Pal. I thought you said Pal Fieri. Well, and I was like, that's kind of funny. But okay, cool. Well, sorry, that's Guy Fieri.
Now I need a sketch
Cal
of Guy
Fione
Fieri
is
as a puffling. Curse my
Oh.
inability to draw.
This Cal. You can try. You can certainly try. Sorry. All right, Cal Fione is he, him, a puffling, no magical alignment. He's agender and he is bisexual. Madge Bloom is a they, them. They're a snootling. Their astra is flourish. They're non-binary and they're androsexual.
So there's an option to be non-magical? Like you can just not have an association? Oh, interesting.
He tries to get you over to Bright Blue Bakery to get some water for Madge, and Madge just goes, I don't want to go back there. That's the scene of the crime. The scene of the crime is my pie.
Jellybean, are you getting all of this down?
Oh, Jellybean is taking ferocious notes.
Let me know if
Sorry.
there's anyone you would like me to interview. I'm very good with people.
Yes, I'm getting every detail. We have the scene of the crime. Still not sure what exactly the crime was.
Well,
And
maybe we should
queen.
sit down then and talk a little bit. And maybe, Mixed Madge, maybe if we go to the scene of the crime, you know, you might learn a little bit more about what happened.
I know what happened. And Cal, there's a bench along the way. Cal sits them down on the bench. Madge just goes, I went to go get a latte elixir for my dear friend Holly. And I brought my pie. I was on the way to the town square, you see, to put it under the netting for the competition. And I got up to go to the bathroom, and when I got back, there was a raven in the shop. You see, those ravens, they sit and they wait out on the street for any droppings of pastries or anything else that they can get. And one got into the shop, and when I came out, it was head deep in my pie, I think. Well, it was really flying about, but it looked like it had gotten into my pie. There was a big hole in the middle of it. And now I have no entry for the competition.
Cal, really quick, out of character.
Oh, yeah.
Really quick, you've said crow and raven, and which one was it? Because
Crow. But this last time she said
Madge is
Which one?
them both simultaneously.
okay, so it is fair in character for Mina to want to know which Corvid, because I just wanted to make sure. I wasn't sure if that was where that was. So
Flower.
great, excellent.
No,
Pause.
Madge is using both words to describe the blackbird.
Can you see any of the filling in the giant pie?
Give me a noticing check.
Sorry.
Like, I just want to know if it was like an open lattice or like had holes cut in it, or if it was just completely.
Oh, no, it was more like the Hoptop pie that Megan made when we had our dinner party, where it was like pastries cut out and put on top of the closed top pie.
Okay, so it's completely closed.
But with a noticing check, I was going to let you try and see if like anything eked out in between the seams.
Okay.
Because you know that happens. It's going to be a high DC.
I got a 15.
It was really hard to tell. It just kind of looked like cooked filling the parts that got.
Okay, I am going over and sniffing the pie. And maybe
Wait, sorry, which
the cursed
Were the-
pie.
Excuse me.
didn't we leave for the bakery?
Yeah, I thought we were at the
Where
bakery.
are we?
Oh.
You didn't quite get there though because Marge was beside themselves, and so Cal had to sit down on a bench. So you're a little bit far away from Town Square, but like Marge could still have eyes on you if you tried to scoot back real quick
Okay,
to go
I
investigate
would like to,
the
because
pie.
one of my things is snooping.
While she snoops, can I turn to Madge and say, Madge, I'm terribly sorry to ask you to relive this trauma, but do you happen to know whether it was a crow or a raven that attacked your pie? You see, they're quite different.
Miss Mina is a very accomplished animal trainer. She actually knows a lot about animals.
I work with multiple types of corvids, and I'm very familiar with their behavior, so I'm wondering if you could potentially identify which of those types of birds it was. It might help me understand their motives a little more.
Well, they're over there. And if you can roll a noticing check for me to see from here what kind of bird it was.
Natural 20!
Hey!
I noticed those birds!
Yeah, you notice those birds. Cyan, if you could roll, if you could roll your snooping check for me. And then Jellybean, since you're an investigative journalist, do you think that you would have tried to look up anything about Oakenbend before coming here?
I do, especially because I have a plus in random facts. I think it would be important for me to.
I was gonna have you do local lore.
Oh, cool! Yeah, I can roll for that.
All right, roll for local lore. Okay, Cyan, snooping. What'd you get?
12.
12. Okay. What did you want to try and find out about the pie?
She's not 100% sure. She really likes pies, and the idea that this pie is cursed is very tempting to her. If she had seen, if there was a way to, access the filling, she was gonna try a little bit of it. But she doesn't want to, break off a piece. She's not gonna, break off a piece of the crust or anything. So I think she's just trying to, smell it and maybe see if she can smell any weird ingredients or anything.
Can I smell the curse?
Mm-hmm. Okay. If you try to get your hands underneath the netting.
No.
That's over the pies. Are you trying to do that? You're not. You're just trying to smell it. Okay. So you are sniffing the pies.
It's not easy to say it like that.
Sniffing the pies. Okay, I hear you.
Sniffing the pies. Yeah. Yes. Okay. A Florakin, which is a Floridrop and Deerkin combo, comes up to you and is like, "Excuse me, miss. What are you doing?"
I was just smelling the pies.
When in doubt, tell the truth.
As you're over here smelling the pies, the first one is a very strong smelling fruit pie. The second one is a savory pie, very hearty sausage smells like the Hoptop Harvest Pie that we had at Megan's house that she cooked for us. It was good. And then the last one has a little bit of a wine smell to it. And then the cursed pie, it's hard to tell what the smell of the filling is, but what you can smell is the pastry. Is the pastry crust, which is a little bit burnt.
I think they burnt this one. So, maybe people shouldn't eat it.
Well, if they burnt it, the judges will still have to eat it in order to place it in the competition. We must have the Hoptop Harvest Festival Pie competition later this evening.
Who is this person that you're talking to?
Yeah. When does that happen?
This is a Florakin that Cyan is talking to. You don't get bad vibes off of him. She seems like a androgynous looking person.
Okay.
And they have a really great mustache.
Okay.
According to the book. And she holds out his hand to you and goes, I am Ambrose Heath, Festival Master. I've traveled from Star Song to visit Oakenbend and be Festival Master for all of their festivals for the next year.
Wow, that sounds really prestigious and like a lot of fun. You get to eat a lot of pies?
What an amazing job.
I will not be the judge as the Festival Master. I must remain above the competition, but I will be helping to oversee other things about the festival. You should all come to the Mayor's Manor tonight for the dancing and the warming of his house and of the town.
Amazing. What time's the pie tasting?
It is... It'll be sometime after 5 tonight.
Okay.
Probably around 5 to 6. It'll take place during the dancing at the Mayor's Manor, is where the competition results will be in. So almost everyone in town should be at the Mayor's house around 6 p.m.
Okay. Thank you. She kind of awkwardly bows, curtsies. Not quite right. It just runs off after the group.
And he gives you a sweeping bow in return and goes back to his guard post, sort of, at the pie.
Cool.
All right. Local lore.
Is very... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're good. Local lore, Jellybean. What you remember from your notes as you flip back through them, you see the date for last year, the year number, and it says Efferzen Voltaire, and then winner Jackson Akoa, loser, and then you flip it again. It says 2 years prior, Jackson Akoa, winner, Holly Tumbledown, loser, and 3 years prior, you just have Madge? Question mark?
I really want Jellybean to have a cut to moment where she's an old-timey detective with the foggy smoke and the silhouette, and they're leaning up against a door frame with a fedora instead of a baseball hat this time. And Jellybean says, much like the ooey gooey filling of a Hoptop pie, the what?
And we cut back to Madge is not crying as hard, but is still on the bench. Cal holding their hand, patting them on the back.
Can I be on the other side of Madge, also doing pats and having a handkerchief? I want to make a check, but I think Mina also had a check too, so I don't want to cut in line.
My check was to see birds, so...
Yes, and it was a 20, a natural 20. You see crows.
Just so everyone knows the difference,
They're crows.
Ravens are a lot bigger and have a much more curved beak. Also, they're really easy to tell apart by sound because crows go caw, caw, and ravens make these horrifying like noises.
Sorry, can we get that one more time for the record? What's the difference between the two?
Well, it's easy enough to. After all, crows say caw, and ravens make some sort of horrible guttural sound. These birds.
What does it sound like?
I'll leave it to your imagination. These birds are clearly saying caw if you listen. See?
And everyone takes a moment to listen. And indeed, you hear the sound of caw-caw. Caw-caw-caw-caw.
See?
That's crow for someone better spill some pastries on the ground soon.
I understand crow quite well after having worked with corvids over the years. That was crow for someone had better spill some pastries all over the ground.
I'm going to need you to roll fauna friendship for that, just to confirm that.
But you just said it! I need to roll DM friendship.
Yeah, fauna friendship.
I only got an 11.
All right. They don't quite believe you that you can understand crow, but, you know, that's okay. All right, back into it. You are with Madge and Cal on the bench in between the Bright Blue Bakery and the town square.
As I was saying, caw caw versus
there we go.
Another sound.
Marge is going to turn to Madge, and I legit almost called myself Madge, and is going to say, she really is really good with animals. She does know her things. Although I'm sure you were just a little stressed out and maybe couldn't tell the difference at the time.
It's perfectly understandable. Most lay people can't tell the difference at a glance.
Madge kind of looks to Cal and goes, Are they making fun of me?
Oh, no, not at all. And I am going to cast Smooth Over, which is one of my magical abilities. So Smooth Over allows me to resolve a small quibble between two people. So I'm going to do that with Madge and with Mina and be like, Mina is just trying to be helpful. We can all help you out. We really want to make sure that you're okay and that everything is okay for the festival.
Okay. Oh, yes. Oh, because knowing if it's a crow or a raven is important to the investigation.
Yes.
Well, if it's a raven, then it doesn't match the pie, but if it's a crow, it does match the pie.
Exactly.
Right, and the pie is the predictor.
Well,
sure.
I've often heard that correlation does not imply causation. However, in this instance, I would say I am suspicious of the pie.
it is very weird that there were a series of things on top of the
Who submitted this pie?
That's the thing. Nobody knows. I'm pretty sure the first pie with the sugar is Holly's. And then Cal goes, and the second, hold on. The second pie, I think, is Everzen Voldaire's. Yes, with the sausage. He's from the Sage sausage, so savory pie. It makes sense. And Madge goes, and then the third pie is from... I want to make sure I get their names right. Joe Thistlemorn and Andros Kerr at the Crescent
That
Moon
makes sense.
Winery.
Wait, wasn't the last image a singed crescent moon?
Oh, wait.
It was! You don't think each of these symbols means that each
One, two,
person's pie is
three,
in danger?
4, 5 symbols. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5 pies if we count yours. So then whose?
Yes.
Then
And we
who's
certainly
the
should not
daffodil?
mine. Mine was the first culprit.
Oh.
And as you say, who's the daffodil? Running through the town square, tears a yellow dog, a golden retriever, yipping and barking all over the place, running amok. They've got a torn leash, and they're just having a grand.
Okay. Here I go. Whistle!
Oh, wow, that's so impressive.
We need some fun and friendship, baby.
Okay.
19.
Those noises did not sound like 19.
A dire can't do that.
Whistle!
I could go like,
The dog stops. Their ears perk up. And they look over at you, and they trot on over.
here, pup. Or, that was Dire's voice. Come here, dog.
The difference, just the complete difference is amazing.
Great.
Well, aren't you just absolutely precious? Sit.
Give me another fauna friendship check.
15. I did that math so fast, you guys. 13 plus 2. I'm getting really good at math.
I'm so proud of you.
It takes Daffodil a little while. Their tail is wagging profusely, but eventually they do sit down.
I know you're so excited.
And Madge goes, "That's old Daffodil, Holly's dog."
We were just looking for a daffodil!
And we found one.
And you said that Holly had one of the pies, right?
We have to go save Holly's pie!
Oh, you better hurry! You better hurry! Holly's pie! Not that she ever usually wins anyway, but Holly's pie!
I like book it back to the tent in the pie.
It seems fine.
Cyan, is anything wrong with the pie?
We're gonna
Ambrose,
Down
warm
the
it up.
street. The pie looks the same.
Ambrose looks at you and it's just like, "Oh, you're back."
Yes, I just wanted to make sure that the pies were the same.
I want to make you roll a intelligence check, but you are telling the truth, so I
think it's of the utmost importance that we return this dog to its owner. As you can clearly see, a leash has been broken, and this dog is too young to be left off leash.
That does sound like the right thing to do. We should head over to Holly's, and then maybe we can get some more information about the pies and...
Or at least warn her of these signs of potential impending doom.
Well,
I do another quick awkward bow curtsy that's completely not really fully either of those things, and then run back to the group.
Ambrose also gives you another one.
Let's not jump to conclusions. We're all a little riled up because of all of the events that have just happened. But I think we need to take some time, get some food in our bellies, which we still haven't done.
As you say jump, and old Daffodil notices that Cyan has run away and run back, they take off after Cyan to playfully chase.
Yep, here.
I'm going to need you to either roll a bustle check to catch old Daffodil or another animal handling. Fauna friendship check.
I'm going to go with fauna friendship. Or 14?
All right, meet or beat. You just did it. Ah! Old Daffodil comes back to you, but they're running circles around you now. They're not sitting nicely. They're very excited. They're pretty thrilled because Cyan was running. Yeah.
And I'm gonna do the thing, where you match a dog's energy and then you slowly bring it down. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I know about that.
Yeah.
So
all right, everybody, let's head over to the Bright Blue Bakery. Mixed Madge, I'm so sorry about what happened to your pie. We're going to see if we can get to the bottom of this, okay?
thank you.
But not to the bottom of the pie. We'll make sure to keep it intact. Or what remains of it. My apologies. Speaking of tact, I didn't have any just then.
That was really clever. I hate to do this, Mom. I mean, Marge, I'm sorry. I have to correct one thing you said. We're not gonna try to get to the bottom of this. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. And she
Yeah! I once heard do or do not. There is no try.
She's so smart. I want Marge to be able to see over Jellybean's shoulder into her notebook, and it's just like a series of very famous detective catchphrases with marks crossing them out, like elementary and curiouser and curiouser, and she's clearly trying to establish a catchphrase.
Marge is gonna put her hand on your shoulder and be like, I think that is a fantastic way to rile everybody up in the best of ways. Let's head over to the bakery. I'd like to do one thing before we go, though, as they're going.
Yeah.
I'm used to babysitting kids, right? That's my background. Do I get a sense of Madge, that thing when kids are really upset and they over exaggerate everything, or they're trying to get somebody else in trouble? Can I make an insight check? But whatever the version of that is here, can I make a vibe check?
Noticing?
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a daydreaming check.
A daydreaming
Daydreaming is thinking through alternatives or generally imagining something better. So if you're trying to think through alternatives, I feel like it might be a daydreaming check. What do we all think? Look at maybe mind details.
Yeah, I think minding details just to see little body language things.
I feel like noticing.
Probably also be noticing. Yeah. Just go for noticing.
Okay, that's great. I have the best in that one anyway. Here we go. Ooh, 8. Okay.
She seems to very much believe this pie's cursed.
Great.
And it has cursed her pie. And will curse everyone else's pies.
Great. I'm going to give her a little pat on the back and head on over to the bakery with the kids.
Before we go, I totally forgot. I have a spell. I would like to pat Madge also on the back and use Embolden and say, I know we may seem young.
The end.
I got it. But I have the utmost faith in us, and I believe you should too.
God, she's so good at that.
And then, so if that she gets a little bit of confidence because I used Embolden.
Yeah. Madge dries their tears. Madge dries their tears, gets themselves together, and they and Cal go back towards the town square and then back towards their home.
You as well, Palfieri.
That was really good.
So you head over to the Bright Blue Bakery. Up ahead, you see a quaint village shop notable for its stunning blue door and awnings. Fittingly, a golden-lined sign hangs down from above, reading out proudly, The Bright Blue Bakery. On the door, you see a smaller sign hangs with the words, Come on in! Proprietor Miss Holly Tumbledown. The pleasant warmth and light of baked goods wafts out from the windows here. It's hard not to at least pause for a moment and gander at the muffins, scones, loaves that are arranged across the window display. Several hungry crows seem to be doing the same, eyeing the store from across the street.
Can I, when I get close, sort of whistle and clack at a crow and see if I can get one to come land on my arm?
That's so cool.
Yeah, give me a fawn of friendship check.
Come on, dice. Okay. Wait, hang on. 11 plus 2 is 13.
11 plus 2 is 13. They're like, a couple of them fly up like they're interested, but they don't quite land on your finger. They're more like, who's this person who's trying to talk to us right now?
Well, Oakenbend
and then
has
sort of go
very
back.
stubborn crows. This works on most of the ones that I work with usually back in Everspring.
Well, I think it's just because you don't have enough sugar in your system. Let's all get some breakfast.
We can always have more sugar in our system.
Except for you, Miss Cyan. You do not need more sugar right now. No.
I have had a reasonable amount of sugar.
Yes, using that flask that you're carrying.
What flask?
Can I give you like a mom look intimidation check?
Pulls it out of her pocket and is like, want some chocolate milk?
Why, yes, I do. I'm gonna grab it and like put it in a pocket. So.
Oh, that's no fair.
Cyan, there's no use hiding something that's already been revealed.
That's why I offered her some chocolate milk.
Oh, I just meant in general. It's good life advice.
Yes, that should be on a poster somewhere. Well, let's go get some breakfast.
It is. My company sells them.
Great.
A small bell jingles as you enter. The bakery is as warm and welcoming on the inside as it is on the outside. A handful of tables and wrought iron chairs are set out for customers, while a bank of pastries and pots of frothing, boiling, warming, coffee-infused elixirs gleefully bubble off to the side. The shop is a gentle white with blue accents throughout, including a large mural of a blue whale reaching over a purple ocean. A tall Floridop walks in from the back, her emerald blonde hair outlining a bright face with eyes the color of frosting. She's wearing a baker's apron, and you can see her brilliant blue wings tucked behind her. Care to stay a while? She asks. We've got a pot of the tan on right now. I can draw you some.
Okay.
What kind of frosting? I think that's
Her eyes.
Yeah.
Guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. I
We-
forgot.
Buttercream.
buttercream.
Ooh.
I think white eyes are cool.
Oh, I think that's very cool.
Yeah.
Buttercream is like almost white.
Yeah.
It's like slightly.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
How are you doing? We could all use a real fine breakfast. We have been running around all morning.
We've made incredible strides towards this investigative journalism.
Wait. First things first.
Your pie
Your
might be cursed.
Is in danger.
Okay, while you all are introducing yourselves, I also need you to make sensibility checks.
Are we gonna tell her we have her dog?
Sensibility check.
Oh no! I crit failed.
Oh no! That seems on brand though for Jellybean.
Marge, you can tell that when Cyan says your pie is in danger, Holly's whole demeanor changes, and she just seems incredibly worried. Like she's just like put on edge.
Why don't we all start by introducing ourselves and maybe being a little friendlier before bringing in some very important information. My name is Marge. I am the chaperone for these lovely young people. They are the interns for the ACSA, and they are here to help with the festival and make sure everything goes right. So they found out some information recently. Your pie may be in danger, maybe. We're not really sure yet, but we're trying to get some more information, and we would love some breakfast as we do that.
All right. Did you guys bring the dog with you?
Oh, yeah.
No, earlier, did you hear me?
What?
I said heel earlier to the dog, so I presumed she was.
Yeah, I didn't hear that at all. Cool. All right. Holly suddenly sees the dog and is like, "Oh, Daffodil! Oh, you found her! Oh, Daffodil, Mommy's so lost you. He thought out. I'm so sorry.
It looks like I'm
And she's
terribly
rubbing
sorry,
it out.
ma'am, but as you can see, it appears that her leash is sort of worn through in some way. It's possible she was chewing at it. That's very common in dogs this young, especially ones this energetic, like a golden retriever.
Miss Mina is an expert when it comes to animals, and she was able to wrangle your friend Daffodil here back to your home.
I'm willing to sign an autograph. I really do enjoy this dog.
That's not. No,
He's
remember we
absolutely-
talked about this, Miss Mina. Autographs. Don't do that.
My apologies.
Jellybean hands her notebook
Of course,
and wants an autograph.
of course.
Holly takes the leash, Daffodil's leash and collar, and takes Daffodil towards the back. Can you guys do noticing checks for me?
Ooh, I rolled with my left hand, and I should not.
Got 11.
I got a 19.
That sounds like a 19. Jellybean, what'd you get?
11.
Mina, what did you get?
Sorry.
5.
5. 4.
Cyan?
My dice don't like me tonight. I got a 2.
Great.
Are we all?
Great. Marge,
Yeah,
you
19.
notice as she's towards the back that there are 2 big jars of salt and sugar on the wall behind the pastry bar that look nearly identical. You also notice that there is a bottle of wine that has a tag still on it.
What's still on?
And tag. And then just some other sundry things that are appropriate for a bakery. There's also a spot on the counter that looks like it was cleaned up, like where the pie snafu might have been earlier with Crow getting in, and just like a couple of scratches and stuff on the woodwork. Okay. Holly comes back out. I'm so sorry. You said that you wanted some breakfast?
Some breakfast if you can manage it. We are awful hungry.
We'll eat just about anything. It smells amazing in here, so I'm sure all of your wares are absolutely delicious.
Yes. Oh, yes. Thank you so much for saying so. Let me get you. Why don't you show yourself to the table now? What?
If it's easier for you, don't worry about putting anything in. We can eat something you've already got out.
Yes, I was gonna bring you some pastries from the window if you wanna pick which one you'd like.
Amazing.
I can bring them over to the table for you.
You all pick first. I'm not a picky eater at all. After all, variety is the spice of life.
I run over to the pastries in the window and point at whichever one looks the most like chocolatey or
Divinely
sugary.
sugary.
I want a big old cinnamon roll.
There's a chocolate scone with chocolate and chocolate icing. Okay,
That
cinnamon roll, you got it.
Do you have any chocolate or coffee flavored pastries? I have not had any coffee yet today, and I would love something coffee flavored.
Oh, I've got coffee.
Coffee? You have actual coffee? That's right.
And you are hit with the smell from the bubbling cauldrons. There are several different types of coffee. So whatever coffee you, Marge, want to get, she's going to have. So she takes your order for coffee, shows you guys over
Do
to...
we have coffee?
Again, Cyan. This is that disgusting bean juice that adults never stop talking about. It's truly vile when you taste it.
You'll understand when you're older.
It's good, and we should try some.
Well, not really. It's more of a like when you're grown and you don't recover as quickly as you young folk do. You need a little bit of boost of energy to be able to get through the
I
day.
really think you have to be old in order to be able to get past the taste. It's honestly vile. It's so bitter. It's not sweet at all, even though it smells nice and warm.
As you say how terrible coffee is. Holly comes back and sets everything down at your table and sort of like look around, and then she goes, well, I was gonna give y'all, I'm still in. Thank you so much for returning my dog and making sure old Daffodil was okay. This is a pastry of pondrin for you.
My apologies, ma'am. I want to make it very clear that I think coffee is a wonderful drink. However, we're a bit too young for it, and the taste can be a little overwhelming. Do you have a sort of mild tea? Maybe one that I could have with milk and sugar?
Yes,
I
I
want
can
the
get y'all
coffee.
some mild teas.
Jellybean, you won't like it.
I want it.
Can she have coffee to taste it?
Let's hold off on the coffee for now. I think a strong caffeinated tea would be a good in between. Don't you, Miss Holly?
Yes, I think that would be a fantastic idea. Also, here is this. I'm just trying to give you this pastry of pondrin. For you, it causes the eater to consider their life's choices and see connections that may not have been there before. So, it's just a little fancy magic pastry is my way of saying thanks for old Daffodil. I'll get your teas right quick. Okay, so, Cyan, you eat the pastry. What kind of connections are you
I take
looking
a
to
bite.
see? Yes, you've consumed the pastry now. You've eaten the pastry. You've used the magic.
She ate the whole thing?
No.
Oh.
She didn't eat the whole thing, but this is your magic use of it.
I'm thinking about that cursed pie and trying to, like, we have our theories about like the connections with the cursed pie, but I want to know if that's like right or if there's something we're missing. Or like what could be if Holly's pie looks like it's fine, what could it be that is wrong?
The symbols on the pie do seem to, they definitely correlate with other people's pies. Like, they definitely correlate with Ash's pie. Let me get back to the symbols real quick here. A lonely
I don't think we know who.
The lonely looking daffodil
There you
very
go.
much seems to be the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Twin piles of spices. Give me a noticing check.
I think I'm bad at these. It's my dice hate me. It's like
Okay.
a 5.
The half a sausage has got to be that sage sausage place I mentioned. And then the scorched moon must be the winery. Something going on at the winery. Whether or not these pies have already been tampered with, or if something more is going to happen to them, we're not sure. But the idea that the symbols are already on this massive pie, you're thinking whoever made that pie is the one who's responsible for whatever's going to happen or has already happened to the other pies. You're sure of it.
That pie is definitely cursed.
All right.
I think we need to warn everyone.
If she came to the conclusion after eating magical food, it's probably true.
It might be. I do think maybe we should get some more information from Mix Holly before we leave.
Is it possible that the pie is less of a warning for things that will happen and more of an indicator of things that have happened? What if something is already wrong with Mix Holly's pie?
Well, I'm not sure that's true because the crow thing happened after that pie was there, presumably. So
I thought it was the other way around. I thought the crow thing happened and then she went out and saw the pie and said, "That's just like the crows."
oh, you are right. That is correct.
As you're
I apologize.
Might not be malicious in intent, but in fact, and then there's a word that I've forgotten, but it means precognitive. Precognitive.
Oh.
I think it might be precognitive. If a pie can even be cognitive at all, of course.
Psychic?
Not even that. Premonition. I think the pie might be premonitionary. Premonitionary. The pie is a premonition.
The pastries that Holly has yet.
Marge has, because she's really hungry.
I picked out whichever one looks like, not like healthy, but like, like a spinach and feta, or like a sausage and tomato one, something that, like, if you have to pick a pastry.
A savory pastry, yes.
Yes, yeah.
Marge, there is something wrong with the pastry. And you can roll for me
Mine too, or just hers?
both of yours. If you're both eating it, you both notice.
Oh, yeah.
What do you want me to roll?
A dice.
Check. I want you to
Great.
roll relish checks.
A relish check.
Still doesn't matter. It's only a 13.
I got a 12.
Excellent. As you bite into these, and you're so ready to enjoy a delicious pastry, they're kind of salty. They're kind of real salty.
Shouldn't mine be too sweet?
Like salty, like she's a little bit too much, or like only salt
Like only salt.
inside the thing.
Or
And if I'm eating like a
salt. Yeah, yours is
spinach
too
and butter.
sugary. Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
What? Why is everyone making those faces?
And Holly comes back.
Immediately starts sketching.
Please.
I hand you mine. I hand you mine and say, my palate might be affected, but try a quick bite of this and let me know if you think that the flavor is a bit sweet for a savory pastry. What do you think,
Give it to
Cyan?
me? Oh, to Cyan. Okay.
Cyan, sorry.
Tastes fine to me.
Admittedly, you are quite fond of sugar, so that does check out.
Yeah.
Mine also tastes a
not.
little weird. Mix Holly, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be a pest, but I think maybe this pastry. I would like another one. I think.
Certainly. I don't have any more of that type out here, so I'll just run and grab you one from the back, all right? Fresh made.
Actually, when you're in there, if you have that tea ready,
Oh, yeah, she's got the tea
I
down.
would actually like 2 lumps.
The tea's been set.
Oh, she has it down in front of me? Great. And I'm gonna, just to make sure, did she put the sugar next to it, or like, did she put it in already? Because I asked for sugar.
She would have already put it in. Yeah, because you did your sugar.
She put it in already?
Yeah. Mhm.
Excuse me, is this 2 lumps or just 1?
Oh, I go by teaspoons out of my sugar jar. You can see it right in the back, right there on my shelf.
They're about the same. My apologies. And I take a sip, and it dribbles back out of my mouth.
It's 2 spoonfuls.
My apologies for my horrible manners. This is salt and not sugar.
What?
Oh, that would also explain my pastry.
She takes the
Can I?
cup and sips from it. Oh no. And Cyan, you think to yourself, the 2 mounds of spices.
Boom, 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 boom.
The spices!
Oh no!
The spices on the pie!
The spices!
This is an
But that's
interesting
weird.
conundrum.
And Holly runs, she flies over her counter and tastes a little bit of the salt, tastes a little bit of the sugar, and she goes, oh no, they've been switched! And I need everybody to roll a sensibility check.
Cyan's gonna take the teacup and also take a sip, and you know how like sometimes there are those people who just like they like bad tasting things, like they think it's funny or whatever.
Mhm.
this is definitely, Cyan is definitely one of those people. So she tries it. She's like, oh, wow, that's so bad.
Oh my god, getting a little gaggy thinking about like black tea with salt in it.
What were we supposed to roll for?
Sensibility.
Oh, okay. Also, as that whole pastry, tea, sugar, salt thing was going on, can
Yes.
Jellybean have snuck over to where the coffee vats are and try a coffee? And I'll roll wallflowering for it.
Yeah, give me a wall.
Can I roll noticing?
I roll it at disadvantage because a lot was going on, and this is also while you were eating.
Yeah, it's gonna be this. I got a 9.
I got an 18.
18. Heck yes, Jellybean. So you managed to go over there, get a little cup. You find a cup. No one knows how. And you dip it into the one that smells the best to you, and you drink some coffee. Please tell me we cut away to Marge.
We cut away to Noir Jelly. Her eyes get really, really big, and the camera like goes into the black of the pupil.
Yes.
Open.
Yes.
Jellybean now sitting at a desk with a cup of coffee, and like spinning around in a chair, looking out the window as the lights go down. And she says, Holly was trapped in her own mind, much like the way a cherry pie filling is trapped behind lettuce.
Amazing.
Also, something I realized is that one of my spells is dim, and so I think it's only for when you're inside, but the lights just dim. And I think when Holly has this like moment, the lights just get kind of.
That's what's happening. Oh my god.
And I feel like it's right when Holly like gets to the sugar and salt, the lights start going down.
And she tastes them and says, "They've been switched."
Oh dear, this won't be good for my silhouette roll.
And then I need everyone rolled sensibility.
I got it.
Right?
Oh yeah.
13.
13, Cyan.
11.
Okay.
14 for Jellybean.
Mina, I would like to count your fingers. I need you to just shout it. Thank you. 8.
8. I said it.
All right, Jellybean. There is something about Holly's declaration that rings just a little bit false to you.
Is she the filling, or is she the lattice?
This is like Hannibal dialogue for children.
I love it.
And on that note, with the sugar and salt clearly being tampered with, the lights dimming, and our detective Jellybean getting closer and closer to solving the crime, we will see you next time on Unfinished Business Teatime Adventures.